Screen good, right?
Yeah, it's perfect right now.
Alright, perfect. This is ChampionsQueue game, right?
I believe so. Yeah, it's ChampionsQueue.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
Okay, the comms are working, I can hear it. So since I'm screen sharing for you, you can't hear it, but I will just tell you, like, if there's something you don't react good to, like if somebody makes a call and it doesn't seem like you're reacting, I'll let you know. Or if there's something you don't say that I think you should be saying, I'll also let you know, okay?
Uh, uh,
And also, the other day I saw that you got rank 1 on ChampionsQueue, so congrats with that.
Thanks.
That's pretty good. And I also saw you were playing Lissandra into mages and you were running Comet, so that's really nice. Because of course it makes the lane easier than if you go like Spellbook, for example, right?
Yeah,
So that's really nice
just
to
makes
see.
lane much easier.
Yeah. I mean, you don't show your runes in this one, so I will open this up and I assume that you are running like this.
At first strike boots,
Which one?
what's it called? Futures, Cosmic.
Yeah.
And then
And
I
then
think
here, Mana Flow
I
this.
I think I had Absolute Gathering.
Okay, well I would go Mana Flow. Because your champion is so gated by mana, not really AP.
hmm
So I think everything else is fine. Like you can go stuff like this, you can go stuff like this, but I would for sure go Mana Flow Band. Because I don't know if you know, but at the start of the season, like I was trying this in solo queue, and for solo queue this was fine, but there was for sure some instances where you would go because
Yep.
obviously Seraph is gated by mana, and his only real way of getting mana back is auto attacking, but you don't always have a creep to auto attack or a champ to auto, right? So
Yeah.
you are probably gonna have some awkward times going this where you have to be careful about your mana usage, and I think that's pretty bad because if you have to hold your mana and prevent using mana, then you're losing damage, right?
Yeah.
And there will be times where your blue buff gets stolen or something like that. Enemy can take it, right? So I think it's not worth having to rely on perfect mana usage. So I would go like this or this. What would make me go this over anything else would just be if my champion has like specific thresholds. Like TF has certain AP thresholds, Echo has certain thresholds, right, to one shot the wave. Um,
Yep.
so if you find that the casters just live with like 5 HP or something, then you can swap to Absolute.
I think the only time that would happen is like later on in lane, like level 9-ish,
Yeah,
when you're like nearing Ludens.
yeah. But then
New
the
Flush
question
Chapter.
becomes, does the Absolute actually change that? So I would test around with that. Um, and if it will change it, I think it's worth to go.
I think it's really, really close. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's really close.
yeah.
And if it,
But it'll just take you 2 games to try this, right? You just play one
yep.
game without and one game with. Um, when it comes to Scorch versus Gathering, if you were running Comet, I would for sure go Scorch because Seraph is one of the best Scorch champs in the game. Just because of how he plays the game, he can always proc Scorch every time it's up, and he's not a really like a combo champion, you know. And he has no
Yep.
like shields or anything. He has pure damage. Like if you look at a champ like Orianna, her poke is very little. She can't really poke in standoffs. She's more so of a combo champion, and she also has shields, so she uses Gathering really well. But Seraph can always poke and proc Scorch, so I favor Scorch, but obviously when you're running First Strike, the Scorch value in laning phase goes down by a lot. So I think when running First Strike, going Scorch doesn't make much sense. So yeah, I would go this or this.
hmm Do you think there's matchups where you should be going Comet? Because mostly I've just only gone First Strike.
So the thing about Comet is that it doesn't change how the lanes gets played. The way I see these matchups is, so I would play Seraph into Asir, I would play Seraph into Cassio, I would play Seraph into Victor. The problem in the Victor and Asir matchup is that versus Victor Asir, early levels is really painful. You just can't win. I've tried with Comet, I've tried with First Strike, you just can't win early levels if they play properly, right?
Yep.
And then at level 6, it's only hard versus Asir because of Shuffle. 1v1, it gets easier. So it's not like you will win because of Comet, because the thing about First Strike versus Comet, let's say I get to Chapter, right? If I have Chapter and I land like WQ with First Strike, it's gonna deal more damage than the Comet, you know?
Yeah.
So I think you can for sure play with this, and it's not gonna make the lane like harder. Because yeah, if you're fighting the Asir early levels, you're not gonna win no matter what runes you have, unless you're like lucky. Like if he goes like Conquer and you have Comet, then you can win. But he should never go Conquer versus Seraph, right?
Agreed.
So yeah, for this and this, I would just go this, because if you go this, you struggle last hitting under turret and will have to use a Q sometimes to farm. And that's pretty bad, of course, using spells to farm. So you go this or what?
I think I go double adaptive.
Have you not struggled under tower?
I think early on I probably do, from what I recall of this game, in most games.
Because what you have to ask yourself about this then is like, let's say if on average I lose, let's say 60 gold because I'm not having this. 60 gold is a lot on a champ like Seraph, especially in the environment you're playing, like ChampionsQueue and official matches, right? 60 gold is basically a wave almost. So,
yeah.
Because again, you're not going to get value out of this in lane, because your lane is basically suffer until chapter, and then you play the game. So, yeah. I think we'll probably see it in this game, because Jojo plays really aggressive, obviously.
Yeah, he's showing me really hard early.
Yeah, so you'll probably be under tower, and we'll probably see you miss some CS or having to use a lot of mana to farm perfectly, which will just be hard. But yeah, the main things about this matchup is just early levels, really hard. Be careful of him WEQing into you. So like, if Trundle gets spotted on the map, you'll get really fisted, okay? You have to understand this. Like, if I'm a seer and I see, let's say I see Trundle top right, I will just dash on you. You know? I'll just W and EQ into your face. And level 6, of course, shuffle is a big threat. So you want to be making sure that you're calling for mid vision after 6. Once your Cillian gets his support item, we need to set up vision around mid. As long as you have vision of either mid or enemy jungle, then you will be able to poke Asir a lot. So that Bard Ezreal Asir, right? And Hecarim. So yeah, my main worry this game is simply just getting ganked, right? My matchup gets easier with time, but I'm really scared of getting ganked. Ezreal Bard, MF Cillian's of course not so good early, so I'm just worried about Bard just running the map, and that is what's gonna be scary.
Can you base? Okay, I want to see the replay.
I'm guessing that the Hecarim's just going to default path.
This is pretty cool, recall.
It's such a cool skin.
So
Yeah, you have really good comps there. You were asking your jungle to base because you want to see his recall.
I was gonna ask for vision. It's good.
I
you
don't want to use my
fight
ward in
bots,
case
I
he gets
think?
through.
Yeah.
Just kill Akarim.
I'll clear the ward here actually.
Is this nerfed Asir, or do you remember?
It's 12-18, so
Yeah.
Ajax is moving to leash, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's there. I can't clear it.
Yep, we see them.
Yeah, that's good.
No,
So the thing about Q versus W, Q is better for farming, W is better for like fighting, because it's easier to hit. Right? So if you're playing to win early levels, it's better to W, because it's guaranteed to hit. Also the middle part is basically guaranteed to hit as well, and then you can follow up with auto attacks. But when you're just playing to farm early levels, Q is better because more range, you know? So you can farm safer.
Oh.
Here too.
He's not leashing, what?
But fighting bot really hard is good. You can.
Okay, he didn't leash, he just cheesed
Okay.
me now. This will be a bit slower.
Sounds good.
Okay. He's gonna walk up now with new soldier. The thing about this is, now he denies you this melee. You know? You can't get this melee now, if he wants you to lose it.
yeah, he does. Well,
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if he does or not, it's the
Yeah,
fact
he
that
can.
he can, right?
yeah, he can.
So, I would never go for this Q, because even if it hits, nothing changes, right? Like, we already established that nothing I do level 1 to 3 will make me, like, win the lane.
Yep.
So I just need to make sure I get every single CS, so I can get to the point where I can start to win and start to become a champion. So, the first Q you do, like this one, makes sense because it doesn't really hurt you that much. Losing the mana doesn't really matter because you will regen it, you know? Staying at full mana is pretty useless. And if you do hit this Q, right,
ward here, actually.
then you get some free damage.
Ajax
Your
is
Q will be back up by the time the melees die. So that's fine.
Yep.
But the other Q, this one is just bad to go for, because now you're just making it so you can't farm, right? You auto this and then you Q him. It's pretty bad.
Yep. If he really wants to do that, that's not my minion anymore.
Yeah. Like, look how clutch that was, right? Like, he really tried. And there's no way you calculated that, you know?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
So it's a bad habit. Just hold your spells and have purpose with them.
Here's a cool
And you also, like, had to walk up to auto it there too. Like, I think your best play is once you realize that here, he's gonna push you off. So this one is good. That's good. You're just punishing him being on cooldown right now and being far away. So you're just securing the CS. That's good. But autoing this one is really bad, because he's always, after he hits this as well, he's gonna walk up. Right? If he's really good, he's gonna farm this while standing like here, and then he's gonna look to walk up. So you hitting the creeps just makes them die in a more like position that's more dangerous, right? Like, you'd rather farm them like here than here, right?
Yeah.
So I think hitting this is really bad unless you know this guy can't walk into pockets where he can like bully you. Like, let's say he has like some creeps he needs to farm here, right? Or let's say he's a champion with really long cooldowns. Then you can set up this CS and get it now, but this guy is just gonna fight you always now.
Here's a cool
Like, again there, lose another melee, right? Because this HP doesn't matter. Agree?
Yeah, it shouldn't really matter. He can always base whenever he wants to.
Exactly. So, it's just, I would want to just make sure I have so much gold, but you just keep losing gold to poke him for fun, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that we could say is that you have the ganking jungler, and he has more, like, farming jungle, but you play as Seer too, so you know that Trundle cannot gank as Seer.
Yep. At worst, he's gonna burn mana, but...
Yes. And it's
Just
not
waste his
worth
time.
you losing melees.
Totally fine.
So now it's WQ, so now you're gonna start getting bombed a bit.
Oh, I got the hit by.
I'm moving right now. Let's see if I can do it.
Nah, here's a hill.
Okay.
Yeah. The main problem is just your CS management.
Well, I guess
Because that's the hard part of this matchup. Like, back when Fudge was playing mid, we won this matchup, I think, like 20 times or so. Because we wanted to, like, figure out, like, long-range artillery mages versus, like, Asir team comps. Because I do think Seraph is a good pick in some games. I think this game is not a very good pick. I think there's so much engage and bard and stuff. But it's still good to practice it, so it's ready for good spots. Because Seraph is one of those, like, checkmate, I gotcha champions in drafts, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like Corky, kind of. So it's really nice to have. But this is always the hard part. Is the level 1 to 3. Your champion is just too bad at farming under tower. It's so hard to farm these waves. And that's really what you need to try to perfect, is how to get all of this farm.
Yeah.
I think it's really fine to lose some HP here to set up the melees properly and everything. Because in the end, you are going to lose HP at some point, right? So it's better to lose it and get a lot of farm, rather than to just lose it and not get the farm. Because if you watch this, you're still losing HP. But now you haven't gotten the farm, really. Right? So I think that when you see this, for example, if you walk up, he's gonna WQ, yeah?
Yep, he should.
But he will do that anyways. The only difference is that if he doesn't do it now, and he does it in, like, let's say 5 seconds, you have delayed him by 5 seconds. That is true. But I think that if you look here how you have to Q this, right? Now you ruin the whole wave. But don't you think that you could have autoed this one, standing here, and he will combo you once, and then you back off, and then you could auto it and Q again? And you could probably get 2. Like, if you auto this melee, like 2 times.
Oh, I got the.
Yeah, I could have got this one.
Without ruining the entire melee line. Because you'll still have to walk up now, so nothing changes. If he WQs you, when you farm those melees here, he can't WQ you on the casters, right? Because cooldown.
Yeah.
So, it's the same damage taken, it's just you're taking it to get farm.
Yeah, Zuki's like, what, 13 seconds, I think?
I think so.
Yeah.
His E is 22 at least.
I think level 1's 13.
14.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely have time if I'm able
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
I tank the damage now, or tank the damage like 2 seconds before, and then I can walk up
Because
here.
like now you're tanking it to try to ruin the casters, right? Like this is so hard to farm, these casters.
Yeah.
But if you stood here and you tried to set it up, you'd lose HP, you can then rotate away from his soldier, and then just play to set up the CS. You're going to TP back at some point anyways, so it's just better to get as much gold as possible before you TP back.
Yep.
I'm just gonna poke her down. It'll.
So,
You saw
now
some-
you have to keep something in mind. This is something you need to practice, because this is something really, really important. So, when enemy gets level 3, right, they have the option to have 2 points in one spell, or 1-1-1, right?
Yep.
And you can know which one by judging his Q damage. So, let's say, for example, I am playing something like TF versus Azir, and we want to play to gank the Azir. Knowing if he has E up is really important, right?
Yep, of course.
So this is something you should learn to practice. You can abuse this versus like so many champions. You can know if enemy Ahri has charm. You are a Lissandra enjoyer, so you can know if the Lissandra has claw. So here, when he Qs you, for example,
Let's see if I can do it.
I want you
Ah,
to
here's a
practice tracking the damage it dealt, and just see if it dealt more the next time. So here's his 60, right?
Mhm.
So now when he gets free, if he
You saw it,
Qs
right?
you, you need to see if it's gone up in damage. Okay?
Base after
That's
this
right.
one. No, no, here.
When he saw
They're
some.
base after
That's
this
right.
one.
So there it's 60 because he's level 2. See? That's also a mistake by him. If you're a seer, you should level up first and then combo. Because he's gonna level up right now.
Okay, okay.
See? There. So you
Yep.
should have held that, but yeah. So
They're gonna
now he's gonna
base.
get his Q back up.
They're gonna base.
So you see 59. See?
Yeah, so he's E.
Yeah, so either he's 1, stupid, and didn't skill, right? Or 2, he has E. So here, you can call that Azir has E up. Make sense?
Well, some things I do on Victor is when I ding level 3, I actually hold my spell for a little bit, depending on what I want to do. Because like if I'm into a Silas matchup and I think I'm gonna get ganked, I hold my spell and either I level up E or I level up W, depending on what actually happens.
Well, of course. But if you look at Azir here, right? If you're laning like this, you have 2 options. You keep pushing like a maniac, in which case E is going to be good. Or 2, you let this bounce, you know?
Mhm.
And then you don't need E. No? If Azir's laning here
Yep.
versus Seraph, you don't need E.
Mhm.
Or they can go mid now.
Because if he's playing to let this bounce, right, it doesn't make sense for him to hold spells. Why
Yep.
wouldn't he put 2 points in Q and deal more damage, right?
I'm gonna kind of one-shot crab.
So your goal is just gonna be to get Amtom refill or Dark Steel refill. You need to make sure you get potions on your base. This is where Corruption Potion would be nice. The thing with Seraph is just that you need AP to actually clear waves, otherwise I would be telling you to go Corruption Potion, just so that you have more sustain in your next base. Because this matchup, you're gonna get poked again when you come back to lane. So usually you would go Corruption Potion versus Azir, but it's just Seraph specific that you just can't actually kill waves if you don't have AP.
Yeah, one base.
So, AP.
So he should just match your recall now.
Jojo looks like he's moving tall.
I think he does.
In which case I can just say that we won't fight.
I would go Dark Steel refill.
Never mind, never mind.
Yeah,
There's
very
no fight,
good.
there's no fight.
I would TP back
That's
right
fine,
now.
Castle.
Yeah, nice. Perfect. This is really good. It's a mistake by him, though, to keep staying. He's probably doing the famous chapter int, that I call it, which is something people have been doing so much now lately, where they have like 600 or so gold and they just end up staying all the way to chapter. And if he does that now, he's really exploitable. His conditions right now is really, really bad. You can actually trade and like start winning lane here. So if you are a seer, you should never do this, because even if you will get chapter on your base by doing what a seer is doing, the amount of free lane enemy gets by you staying like this, it's not worth it, you know? So I think a seer here as soon as he realizes you're basing, so right now,
Jojo looks like he's
he should just farm this, just base, buy Amp Tome refill, and run back to lane or TP back. And then he can keep
Yep.
fisting you and still get chaptered later.
moving top.
So what he's doing makes no sense. And that's what you should be playing for now, is playing to hard abuse him. Now, I just saw you press tab, and there's a massive bot gap right now. Enemy bard is full build. He has swiftness boots. So, that's a problem. You're bouncing to a seer, and enemy has fucking bard with full build already.
Yep.
So, now it's gonna get really awkward. So, what's really important here is you understand that I want to fist a seer, because he's greeting and staying. But if bard is gonna fucking portal through here, and Hecarim is gonna come through here, I'm fucked. And I must have my flash up in like 2 minutes. At the 5:30 cannon, he will get 6. I need to have flash for a seer shuffle. So,
Yeah.
my game plan here is I want to abuse him. How are they going to stop me from abusing him? They're going to use Bard and Hecarim.
Like he's moving top.
So what do I do?
Finish his-
Can my Cillian and MF push out bot lane while Bard is fucking around in river? So that they can eventually help me, maybe. Or can Camille come here now? That's possible. Maybe Camille can come, right? If you look at top wave, looks like Camille can come. Maybe it's not the best for her lane, but I don't give a fuck. It's better than me losing flash, right?
Yeah.
So you have to understand this. Like, how am I gonna get help?
Just let us know if Jojo looks
I'm
like
gonna
he's moving
listen to
top at all.
comms and see if
In which
you
case I can just
try
say
to
that we
solve
won't
this
fight.
puzzle.
Never mind, never mind. There's no fight, there's no fight. I just let it crash.
He's canceling one more.
Yeah. It's okay. It's pretty sad.
Good auto. Nice.
I won't die or anything, he's just gonna full clear again.
Yeah, he's just gonna get another cycle. It's all good though.
Shit on.
So, you have not mentioned at all the mid lane thing that I was talking about. You know? And
Yep.
knowing Vulcan, he has no problem being mid here and portaling on you.
Yep.
You know? So, that's like, problem I have is that you really want to play aggressive and they have really good way to fuck you over. And if they do fuck you over and you lose your flash, you can't do anything. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would want Camille to either move and gank mid, or make sure I'm aware of what's happening bot lane, like when will they help me? What's going to happen? The end of the day, we want to trade and fuck him over here, but you need to understand he still has TP. So my problem is when I look at this freeze frame, and you're perma like fighting again, but his wave is bigger and he has position and you don't. What I see happening is just him pushing and recalling and TPing back.
Yep.
And then you're fucked. So it's really important that when you trade here,
Sad.
you play to protect your wave and play to push. The end of the day, your goal is to bully him off CS here, and then you both base again. Because if he bases and you don't, then you're fucked.
Mhm.
So when I TP back and I permafight, I never really want to freeze. I never want him to push into me unless I'm like significantly stronger. Right? Like if I'm playing like Cassiopeia and he's like Silas, then this would be very good. Even if he TPs back, right?
Yep.
But if I'm playing Seraphine to Azir, I want to end up basing. Because right now I've used one potion and I'm missing HP. So my conditions is already bad if he TPs back. Right? I want as much HP and potions as possible, right?
Yep.
So I think here flipping the E is not so great. But anyways, afterwards, when you Q2, the fact that the Q doesn't happen through the wave and on him, I think is really bad. I think that here, if you want to flip E, that's okay. But you shouldn't Q him like this. You need to have spells to wave clear.
Do you think you should take like a couple steps back and just play for Q?
You can E him and flip it. And if it hits, then you can Q him. You can also click back and then Q him during the same stun. That's fine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the wave has to get hit while you're hitting him. Because you can't have it be
Yeah, he's just
that
gonna
you're
get
this
another
HP
cycle.
and he
It's all
TPs back.
Yeah.
And again, understand from his point of view. And this is something Jojo is not bad at. He's pretty good at this. He knows where Trundle is. Vulcan is screaming in his ear, I cancel Trundle's recall. You know? Support OP. So,
He's canceling.
you might be thinking, what the fuck, Azir's 200 HP, is this legal? Yeah, it is legal. Because he knows Trundle. Look,
It's okay.
right? He knows Trundle is not gonna help.
I won't die or anything, he's just gonna full clear again.
Yeah, he's just gonna get another cycle. It's all good though.
Because yeah, like, you need to look to push this, you know? You need to end up recalling. Because you're just flipping all spells on him, but you're not hitting the wave at all. So now GG. Now we can open.
Yep. Yeah,
Right?
I'm fucked now for sure.
Yeah. But it has nothing really with Jojo being really insane or really good, like he is good, but you're the one fucking yourself over. Right? This happened
Yeah.
because of you. So, all you need to recognize is, yes, I want to bully him, I will do that by slow pushing, and he can't farm the slow push because I will keep bullying him, and when I crash, I will maybe bully him a bit more, but I need to eventually recall. If I keep laning, I'm fucked. He will TP back and I can't lane. Now it's GG.
Standing down, he might play.
Can you go back to when it TP'd? I just want to recognize that from the start.
You mean here? When you TP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so here you want to fist him. Then we need to understand, am I getting ganked? Then I have to be careful, right? Maybe set a vision. We know we're not getting really ganked because Bard is
I won't
bot.
die or anything, he's just gonna full clear again.
But you have to make sure you are slow pushing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna get another cycle. It's all good though.
Because now
No,
it's
yeah,
already
you're right.
fucked.
I definitely have to slow push.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's already fucked. GG.
I might.
Yeah, I flip spells and then
Yeah.
inland, so it's just fucking
Sorry, Darvish.
GG to this point.
Yes. And now he should freeze, get 6 on the cannon wave from base, and then gank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna path push this next top wave and reset for Sheen.
Yeah, they're hacking this on Raptors right now.
I don't know how the fuck you guys ended up with Silly in this game, by the way. He just wants to slow Hecarim, or?
I completely forget how Jeff went.
I don't know. Both you and support are ego picking this game. You both just want to play funny champions. But I think one of you have to suffer. I don't know what happened in draft, but some of you have to suffer.
Oh, I remember what happened. I think Jojo B1 to 0, and I just told my team to pick Xerath 1-2, even though it's not like the best time to pick Xerath.
Yeah.
And then they slammed like Hecarim Bard, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think Seraph 1v1 versus Azir is okay. But like I said, I would rather drop it to like 3, 4, 5
Yeah, no. Yeah.
to like see what type of jungle and stuff they have. Because yeah, if they end up with Hecarim, Camille, Bard, Kai'Sa, it can be pretty hard.
Yeah.
He already full cleared. Wow. It's pretty strong.
He's gonna be top for a while now, right?
Yeah, no. Game's hard right now
He's
for
on
me.
that. He's fully on.
He's dinging 6 soon.
I'm gonna finish my grump.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna
what
get
is
it off
tough?
these melees.
Res are fucked up and the wave will push into me actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
It's-
Bard mid as well.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want you to put more emphasis on how fucked mid is here, you know? Like, sure, you don't want to sound negative in comms maybe, but this is not okay. You know? Like, you're basically going to int. You're confirmed dead or lost flash. Right? And it's pretty hard to flash, to be honest, because they have to shuffle and Hecarim, Insecure, and Bard. So most of the time, even if you flash, you're dead. So just we need a solution to this. Like, what are we going to do? Like, does Trundle come and then MF and Cillian comes? Like, what is the plan? Somebody has to come. We have to do something to eventually fix mid. If we can't fight for mid, then what is the play? Does fucking Trundle gank top lane then, and we try to 2v1 or 2v2 top, and then use the top winning fight into mid? What do we do? You need to know when you're getting help, so you know what you are going to do. Because if I know, for example, that if I drop these 2 melees, I'll eventually get help on this wave, then I'm fine to drop these 2 melees, right? But I don't want to drop this whole wave and drop the next wave and drop the next wave, hoping I will get help. I can guarantee you, nobody on your team knows what's happening mid right now.
Yeah, probably not. They're focused on their own game.
Yes. Which is, of course, bad. They should be looking. But that's just how it is. And we can't say that you're distracting comms if you're talking now, because I can tell you nobody's saying a single word right now.
Oh, they're here.
Good E. Nice.
Hecarim's
Mechanics.
gonna be behind you. Yeah.
So he has no E. 22 seconds.
Do
You
nothing.
can't kill me. This guy's just ganking.
Push the wave. Wave. Yes. Good, good, good. Right here, I was afraid you were gonna Q him again. Right?
Yeah.
The goal is push and base.
Yeah, I don't think he loses anything.
Look your mana. This is the problem I was having with domination. See?
I have like 150
Yes.
more mana here. I have mana.
He gets actually the backup. It's not bad. Watching you here,
Like, look, you just fucking passive autoed him, and you're still
nothing though. Oh, Bard is
Vulcan the goat!
Is there yeah, possibly go there.
My
Is there
flash.
Yeah.
They might try and gank
Support
me
is
again,
balanced though,
actually.
right?
I'll check.
kill that.
Is there flash? Bard flash.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, he just ganked me 5 times in a row.
Yeah, it's a bit silly for them. Bard has no flash.
I really just focus on.
So, what's his conditions again?
It's a bit silly for them.
Alright, so his condition is really bad and he has no TP.
Mhm.
So I would pull this wave. Both for my own safety and also to deny him. And I think if you're playing ghost mids in this situation, if you can ghost to freeze, right? Like, of course, if you can freeze without ghosting, then you don't ghost. But if you need to ghost to freeze here, I think you should. Okay?
Yeah.
So, like, sometimes on Talia I like to go ghost, sometimes on Casio I go ghost. And then it happens that sometimes I will just ghost to pull the wave. Because I'm not going ghost for lane. Ghost is for scaling, right? Most of your games,
Yep.
you don't actually use the ghost until like 15 minutes for team fight, right? So it's completely fine to blow ghost here to freeze the wave.
Bard has no flash. I think fine.
So yeah, here I would just run up with the wave and pull it and then group to my team.
I really
Because we are always assuming here Azir is in fog basing, right?
Yeah, he should. He's
Yeah.
100 mana.
So I wouldn't charge Q. I would just walk straight line and then probably like E the first melee or something like this. But I would end up with the wave pushing into me. I think this is really bad. I think you should be here right now. Just walk up and then you can just W these two or whatever, but end up dragging these casters back up.
Mhm.
Azir
I
will
think
lose this whole wave.
Yeah, I think my idea here was to get 6 and help out the boys with ulti for Dragon.
Yeah, but Azir should base and Hecarim is top.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm pretty sure Hecarim is basing top.
Could come though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's
So it's like, if my bot gets 2v freed with me moving, right? Because keep in mind, you'll still be moving.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty bad, right? Like, your team should be fine. You know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
it is good that you have a reason, at least. I just don't think it is good to rely on getting a kill with ulti here when enemies basically 2v freeing. You know?
Yeah,
But yeah,
that
as
makes
long,
sense.
as long as you understand that there is an option to pull this way back up, and it's the best for your 1v1, then that's all good. If you in the game feel like it is better to get 6, that's fine. Just understand that the other option is you pull the wave, and that's the best for your 1v1.
Yeah, I don't think I really considered playing for what's it called here
we get
for
trapped.
freeze.
Yeah.
These guys don't ult top now, but I'm like omega fucked if we don't recover my lane somehow.
I like your Camille. She just said, I'm omega fucked if we don't recover my lane. That's good. Yes, he's negative, but I don't care. I want to win the game, right? So if I know that top is fucked if he doesn't get help, that's good. And that's kind of what I would want from you around this point, you know? Because
Yeah.
you're kind of in a similar place. Like, yes, you fucked it up yourself. Yes, it's not your teammate's fault that you fucked it up. But we're gonna fuck up something at some point, no matter how good we are. And then we need somebody else's help.
I just lost like 6 waves. And this guy's flash advantage now.
So he's gonna come back now. So now I'm wondering, where do I want to ward, right? So judging by my camps, I'm assuming Trundle is gonna go topside. And Herald is spawning soon. So now the
Do you not
question...
think?
Hmm?
Do you not think I should just insta base here?
Well, you have chapters, so of course you have hacks, right? With Futures Market. But you can still base and ward topside. You know? Like you can run topside and ward.
I'm just curious if you think
Yeah, no,
wasting or walking up for like 5 to 10 seconds is worth
I think
more to get the ward.
it all depends on how fast enemy has their wave clear, right? Like he's already back in lane basically, so you should
Yeah.
immediately base. You know?
Yep.
Like you have 150 mana and you have chapter in base because hacks. So yeah, you should base. I agree. I forgot for a second that you even have
Try to
futures.
fight.
I'm 6.
So
There should be a ward. It's not placed by H-Rock.
Yeah.
I just want to crash
Why
this
don't you
wave.
get it? Tough.
what do you say? Oh yeah, you
I don't even
get
get features
it's
for-
unlucky.
I don't.
This is why those 2 to 3 melees fucking matter, right?
No, yeah,
Because
I agree.
we don't have inflated gold in these games. Right, in solo queue, you fucking solo kill enemy jungle Teemo at level 3, right?
Yep.
So we have inflated gold, but in these games we don't. So that's why I'm telling you that I don't care that you hit Q at him level 1 or 2 or 3. I care that you get those extra melees so that this doesn't happen.
Down 3 levels.
Once I have ulti, I can help you out. 80 seconds.
So here you say, once I have ulti, I can help you out, which is fine. Yeah, you can,
Azir's gonna
but
have a move, by the way.
doesn't really do that much. So right now, I'm just scared again of getting ganked. If I'm a seer, I would just be slow pushing now and looking to shuffle you at any moment. So here I would just be calling that a seer will have push, guys. I can't contest it. You know? So he will eventually roam and look to dive. A seer's game plan now is to either kill you if you contest the bounce. If you play properly and you don't contest the bounce, he will then either look to dive you with his team or look to dive side lane. Okay?
Yep.
So that's what we need to understand now. So if we can't fight 2v2 or 3v3 or whatever mid now, then you want your teammates to make sure that sides is safe now. So if you give this information, Misfortune right now, for example, could look to ulti bot wave and then recall, you know?
Yep.
Your Camille maybe could get a gank from Trundle, for example.
I think they're just gonna look mid gank.
But if, let's say they gank, let's say now. Okay? Let's say here. Now your teammates gank side. That's really bad because Azir could just be moving now. So yeah, this is like your teammates' windows to like look to do something.
Azir's gonna have a move, by the way.
So you do say here that Azir is gonna have a move, which is good, but it's much better if you say like when, you know? Because he doesn't have a move now. He's not gonna move now. Right? Just ping and say after this wave, he'll move.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've had it in solo queue where somebody like maybe pings missing somewhere, but it's actually nobody missing there or something. It's like baited comms, you know? Or they ping like danger, but there's actually not danger. And this is kind of the same thing. You don't want to make Camille think Azir is going top here. Because it's not. So I would say after this wave, he'll move. I think Camille now should push this wave, crash it, and then look to gank mid. That would help you a lot.
Yep.
I don't think
That's something you could call for. Because now Camille just dashed into Drybush. Look, Camille.
We're gonna check for vision.
I don't think it's worth it.
See that?
Yep, she definitely has a timer to come.
Right. So imagine she's here now. Are you afraid of like stepping up here if Trundle and Camille's here?
Nope, we can
No.
32 them.
Yeah, exactly. So then this wave disappears. And then you can fog to topside, you can go chapter, you can do whatever the plan is, but the game stays more human.
Right now. There's no flash.
It's not.
Because Camille is just
Oh,
laning
it's
top
okay,
on repeat. Aatrox just pulled the wave, I see, so that's probably why she wants to lane top. But if she can't break this freeze, he should still just be here. Right?
Yep.
There's no point in Camille standing here and spectating. So Camille should still join this mid fight, because she can't break top freeze. Azir will kill this wave and go topside if Camille shows top. So yeah, Camille now is just playing to break a freeze that she really can't. And now she will end up moving anyways, but now she's late.
Blocked out you.
I'm
No,
okay
you're
here.
fine.
Yeah, we're good.
I
Oh,
can
we spotted
crush
him
this
out.
wave. How long are you to 6?
I'm 6 now. I can loop around.
Okay, loop. We went 2v2.
Okay, your Camille just said to Trundle, loop around, come back. But Azir's move. This fight will not end well. If they break out of fight now, Azir will come. Fuck it, if the fight lasts long, Bard can come. That's why here, the missing piece of this puzzle, we need somebody mid so we can fight on this wave.
Did 1
forward.
HP for 6.
We're gonna check for vision.
Because you will not win a 2v2 top fast enough before Azir can come. Unless you can fight right now. If you could fight top right now, it's good. But since you can't, then use your top move timer to look for a fight mid. Allow Seraph to walk up and remove this wave.
Vision.
That's the only fight we can do, if we want to fight. If you don't want to do that, well then we can't do anything.
Fine.
Because this is not a good look to go for. This is just completely flipping.
Yeah. Yeah,
Azir's
yeah.
gonna have
Focus one
move timer.
person.
I can't stop.
Heard.
So I'm not sure what Trundle is thinking. Like, if Azir goes missing here, maybe Trundle wouldn't go top. But then, like I said, then Camille can't break the freeze. So then why didn't we gank mid?
It's fine. Maybe?
Flash, okay.
Nice.
I hate this Trundle skin, no? Like, it looks like GP ult, no?
Yeah, it does. His W.
Yeah. It's a bit bigger than GP ult, but...
We're not getting rift.
Hackham's just like path.
No heal.
Could be.
Yeah, no, if he comes out passive shield in 4,
Okay.
I just don't know if he still has TP out top.
Make sure you don't hit the caster when you're doing this. Like, if you look... Like, you really want him to have a big wave here, so you don't have to keep standing like this.
Mhm.
You know? So you don't want to, like, accidentally hit this caster. So just make sure you're only hitting the creep. See, like, here you hit the cannon, right? Try
Yeah.
to only hit the melee, and ideally try to wait as long as possible. Because you really want to make sure he has as big of a wave as possible.
Makes sense.
So Bard has no
Farming again.
ulti.
We have first dragon. I mean, we have time to.
I think this ward is not so good, because I'm more scared of getting dove now, honestly. Like, I feel like Hecarim can just go like this and kill you. So I would rather ward this. This ward is better for knowing what he is doing after his push, yes. But because you're so easily diveable right now, I would rather ward behind me.
Left.
That recovers my lane really well.
Nice.
So same
Short
thing
shot
again
goes
there.
down.
Now this melee you simply lost because of that thing I talked about before. Where you Like
Farming
here?
Again. We have first dragon. I
You
mean, we have
W?
time to scale up.
hitting everything instead of just Wing. Like hitting that one only. You know?
Yeah.
So you basically just lost another melee. This is what like 5,000 games of
really well.
Veigar teaches you.
Nice.
Short
Like when
flash
you're
goes
playing
down.
Veigar versus the old Syndra, you have to like perfect your spells or you are getting perma poked by Syndra, you know?
Middle carry now, or
You don't have EXP setting on? Like you know how
Short
it like
flash.
shows you get EXP like on your character?
Yeah.
Down.
I don't think I've ever really played with that.
I think you should play with it because it helps you like remind yourself EXP range better, because right now to know if you get EXP of this you'll have to look here.
Mhm.
But looking down here is much worse than just keeping your eyes where you should, right?
Yep.
And it just like constantly reminds me of you. It constantly reminds you of like getting EXP, which just teaches you to like learn the range like perfectly. It's just a good thing to have on. Like it's such a small text as well. Like it's just like this size, so it's not like distracting. So not sure
And-
why you don't have that on.
middle carry now, or
It's pushing in. It's just a bit.
yeah, you're just gonna chill, I guess.
Are they an ult?
I'll have
I would
TP
take this and
advantage
TP
in
back.
about a minute.
Yeah, good.
Can't leave
Well
it for
played.
anything unless they dive though.
I'm team back.
Fuck, I should have put Herald.
I would buy a pink. Like I'm not generally a fan of pinks and spam buying pinks, but I think buying a pink this game is fine because they have so much like threat on ganking you, and you really rely on like having control in this game to win.
Mhm.
So I would have a pink to make sure that like I'm safe. Like it'll probably get cleared, but just me knowing that you're clearing my pink is already better than what I'm playing with right now. You
Yeah.
know, like I would have defensive pinks on my entrances like here or like here, stuff like this. I think it's good when you're playing Seraph inside of like this. You know?
Yep. I'm curious, do you think
No, the hacker wasn't top.
what I've been doing when I base after Lost Chapter and I don't have gold for blasting one if I intend to go Ludens, do you think it's fine to go in Amp Tome here? Or do you think it just clutters the inventory too
It
much?
fucks your inventory and your spike.
Mhm.
Because it just ruins your build path.
Yep.
And you're not guaranteed to get Blasting Wand. So sometimes what will happen is you'll get Chapter and the Amp Tome, right? And then you'll be on 0 gold, and then you base and you're like 700 or something. You know?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't buy it, even though yes, it is a bigger spike, but you're also going down again 50 gold from futures, you know?
Oh yeah, also that I kind of forgot about features.
Yeah.
Hacker's on his rig right now. Crux.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't
Isn't that
like
outside?
spam buying with futures, you know?
Yeah.
I like to buy
This is
items
to me.
that will like have purpose and do things. Like Chapter is
Yeah.
really good. It'll do a lot for me.
They're moving
Decently
down,
strong.
guys.
Maybe stuff like Mercs in some games will do a lot for me, right? A stopwatch will do a lot.
Okay, there's no way. Can you guys just start to hear the sun?
Yeah, I'm about to pull right
My
now.
bot.
I need to wait for top to catch wave. And then
Good luck bot lane.
I can move up to this wave.
I'm looking right now.
Oh.
And you've got one.
You guys fighting?
Oh,
Yeah.
he was waiting for me.
Yep, I can't move.
You should consider
Yeah, you-
ulting bot wave here when they crash.
You're good. You're good. He's not.
There.
I think I can actually finish this.
yeah.
So,
It's something to consider for sure.
I called.
Aatrox on mid.
I think this game I probably wouldn't,
Yeah,
based
I
on
don't
how
know,
Aatrox
I
was playing,
I
but
wanted.
I think it's 0 ulti.
But don't you think you should try to ask Camille if she can stop Aatrox and you can go bot?
fuck yeah. That's actually
I-
something to consider, huh?
Like, I'm not saying she should, I'm just saying that the ideal
Yeah, if she
situation, the ideal thing is Camille stops Aatrox and you ult bot wave.
Yep.
If
Stops
that,
us from getting
if
plates
that
as
can't
well.
happen, then of course you should help Trundle.
But it's at least something to consider.
you
Yeah.
can Herald.
Was it here?
And you
Yeah.
also play Sigs, right? So like,
Yeah.
you could Sigs ult bot 2 here.
Yeah, I do that all the time, so.
We might need a
I
Euro
don't think I've
overball.
ever done that with
I'm
Xerath
gonna
ulti,
reset
but
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
They'll see me
Should,
channel it.
Yeah, what they
And you'd also be preventing Ezreal from getting plates too.
Yep.
Which is pretty massive.
here.
And this is what I was talking about. Now you have blasting.
Yeah.
So
If I had
like,
Amtom here, I'd be basing
yes.
on like, that'd be
exactly.
fucked.
Exactly. And that happens a lot.
See bot on mid.
Especially in competitive. Like I said before, you don't have inflated gold.
Very strong.
So now you're really strong, to be
Yes,
honest.
Ardo.
You're pretty fucking strong right now. It's not bad.
No flash.
Okay. Camille Montage.
Let's try.
Noob team.
I'll give you back.
MF Cillian, bot lane,
Yeah.
Turbo Duo.
I don't know if he has vision here.
Has he bought HP? He's really tanky, no?
Need GPs now.
Easier? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
But look his HP bar. He just looks
I
really
just
tanky.
My flash share was bad. I should never flash forward
Yes.
in this matchup.
Yes. Trading flash for flash is not worth. He has so much mobility and so much threat on you, and especially you're against Hecarim Bard.
Yeah, I think the instant I did it, I don't know if I calmed it, but I thought it.
Okay, yeah, he bought a Dark Seal, that's why.
Is there no
There was something weird with his HP.
Yeah. Just try and kill him next timer.
I instantly thought to
Maybe the
myself,
Rift if we could try
I'm
and get-
fucking griefing.
Yeah, but
I
that's
did
good.
that.
You know, that's a good type of like flaming of yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're able to instantly flame yourself after a mistake, then you're less likely to do it again. So that's good.
On me, I'm gonna try and 1v5. I think this
Yeah.
game's lost if the gold goes on anybody other than me or Xerath.
Read.
I would be poking him at this point. Like, again, like these creeps are not dying. Look HP of your creeps. You know, it is not gonna die right now. And he needs to farm the cannon. So you could look to Q him here. And at this point the harass is pretty valuable because you actually deal damage now.
Yeah, if Zillion comes up here, maybe get a.
Oh, also, we figured out if I need absolute focus or not. You don't. I don't have it right now.
Yeah, true.
Zillion comes up here, maybe get a good play.
Below HP. So,
Yeah. But you also
Yeah,
have a
we
Dark
need
Seal though. But yeah.
I think you warded.
I don't know, sweet.
yeah, but
But I guess
I'm
you'd
pretty.
always have.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucked this game. So
Yeah,
I think
that's
this
true.
is like the average gold.
Yeah, that's true.
Back,
The Akram's bot, yeah, they're all coming bot. Going this way.
I'll probably
What's my D in here? You going?
He can die here.
Watching.
Never mind, Hecarim's ult. Sucks.
Oh, is there TP?
Vulcan is smurfing in Pislow.
No ulti, no flash.
Yeah. The end of the world.
And you go straight
Yeah,
to bot.
MF is going bot there. She will
I'm-
not
I'm
get
on
Dove, I
it.
think.
Oh, actually, I need to be.
No,
Good
no,
luck to
I'm
her.
TP top.
So, almost.
Yeah, she will not get Dove.
Easier no flash.
What did I say?
You can kill maybe. He's a bot.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, but
He used the E.
Yeah, you can get him.
No
Get it?
flash.
Nice.
Xerath is super
Barda,
good.
Wow,
Barda, Barda. He
he's
put
good.
her
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Short.
He has flash too or no?
Yeah.
That's
Nice, he did.
Nice.
I still got so much gold off KRE though.
Yeah, you did. And you have Luden Sorks in base.
Easier will be there, boys.
Really early, so we know.
Nice, the
push
fucking
bot.
first strike popping off right now.
He's a 10 second away. Easier. You're good there.
Yeah.
I'm probably dead.
Yeah, you're dead, but it's fine, whatever.
Me too. I have item now. I win really hard versus the.
I wouldn't buy mental. I wouldn't buy a single
Yeah,
defensive
no.
item in this game.
Yeah, I sold it.
Yeah.
Or refunded it.
I think I have to go top to cover though.
Yeah. Hecarim
I
has
would
no-
sell my potion now. I
You can
refuse to
fix
spend
Vayner's
50
item
gold
later, you can just catch whatever bot lane shoves in.
for futures.
Yeah, no, I should.
I'm looking Zillion. Give me the cannon.
Hecarim's gonna be a bit
Nice,
strong.
got it.
So.
It's not worth it.
But usually, if I'm winning versus a team comp like this, I'd have no problem with you buying Banshees or Sonias, whatever is best for the game. But when I'm losing, I would just buy full damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go one shot anyways.
Yeah.
Might as well get the damage to
Plus, sorry,
try to
it's
win.
squishy as fuck.
Watch him on this Gromp if you can. Oh, you got it, Rune. Fucker.
I'd also get blue trinket
Yeah, watching.
every
Yeah,
time
I'm just
playing
gonna play this
Seraph. If
top
I'm
tower,
level
leaving
9,
Rest of the thing.
I would have blue trinket.
Really well
Yep.
played, Arrow. Good job.
So yeah, we can't go deep on side because Hecarim is still alive, so he will just kill you.
I'll wave it clear, guys. I just
Careful
wave
for
it clear,
Hecarim here.
okay?
You don't have info on him, no?
Gromp if you can.
No, I don't think we do. I can definitely get ulted there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it, Rune.
Because you should be assuming that
Yeah,
Hecarim
I mean-
will
I'm just
come.
gonna play with this top tower.
Especially if Azir's playing like this.
Leaving guys
Like,
Yes,
thing.
and how Bard is hovering.
Really well
Because
played,
you're
Arrow.
you're not killing this guy, you know?
Yeah.
You hit this Q and he's alive, so you shouldn't bother.
Yeah,
I'll wave it.
Like I understand you're probably in the mindset of, oh, we just killed Azir and we're giga losing the game, let's keep going, right?
Mhm.
And I don't think that that's bad because that just shows that you know the situation the game is in. Yes, the game is not so great, I agree, but it's still winnable, especially with the champs you guys have. You guys do scale
yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah.
So like,
Clear, guys.
you shouldn't be chasing this. This is just not a
Just
kill.
wave it clear, okay?
I'm gonna get this top tower for free if somebody shows. So.
Okay, yeah, watching.
This guy still has E. It's not a fucking
Yeah.
kill, right?
Yeah.
So like, this guy's here now, yes, but you didn't know. So you are basically dead or losing flash.
Really well. Yeah, I'm just gonna
So I
play
think
with
this is
top tower.
fine,
I'm,
makes sense.
Like, leaving you guys to do your thing.
But I think chasing the Bard and
Really
stuff
well
is
played,
just
Aura.
really troll,
Good job.
and you're just hoping for something that doesn't exist. There's no world that Bard dies. You hit the Q and he's still alive, so yeah, just click upwards now, and just go farm again.
Yep. I can
Accept
get
the
mid wave or
Azir kill.
blue.
Yeah,
I'll wave it clear, guys. I just wave it clear, okay?
I'm gonna get.
if we get this rift, it's not bad.
I'm flashing.
You guys die.
No, we're fine. At least
Okay.
I'm fine.
I kind of just ditch him.
I can wrap around. I have Eden 7.
Yeah, I'm also
6 and dive or something.
here.
In case
Yeah,
I
watching.
Your mana, man. Please, mana flow band next time.
Yeah, no.
Oh, my Arya.
I can definitely trade it for absolute focus.
Nice, we can
Fucking
get
huge.
this right
Good
here.
job, guys.
Really big.
I don't know if this is royal.
Oh, plates are.
Yo, Bab, can I get 3 CS? Like, I don't care, it's 3, I just need 3 for call. I'll take the cannon, okay?
Do you wanna go bother me?
I think
I'm just. Ooh, holy
we'll play for
fuck.
drag after Rift,
Yeah.
so maybe it's best that you go bot. I have TP and Bloody,
I think
unless you think
I think
that's
we
better
ignored
for you to
drag, by the way.
ignore drag, okay?
And then we can like rift mid or
It's
something.
just him, okay? He's just fucking with you guys. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, walking over.
Hecarim's coming from base.
If one of you dies, it's fine.
Just defend a bit only.
Yeah,
Part the
Azir can
cannibal.
be looking from this wall. Okay.
And defend mid. It's hard.
He's okay. He's all on bar there. He doesn't have a dash, no flash.
Wow, you are scripting right now?
Oh, yeah, watching you, watching you.
I will just
Fine,
easier
fine,
here,
okay.
okay?
Okay.
Wow, nice.
Oh,
Good timing.
I can get on as, I can get on as.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
watching
I'm
this
going
guy.
for Aatrox. I'm going for Aatrox. I'm going
Fuck,
for
I'm
Yeah,
Aatrox.
zoomed though.
watching you.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
might hide the fuck.
Oh, they get it.
To be there, defending. Someone just watching you. I have R on him.
This blows because top wave.
Yeah.
You die during this. And I feel like it's similar to the thing before I was
Here,
talking
around,
about.
okay?
Right? How you're just like
Watching
chasing
yourself.
for kills, and then
Yeah, watching
Hecarim
it.
is like missing, and then he just catches you and kills you, you know?
I don't know if it's anything.
Rift mid.
The thing about this, right? Bard and Azir is dead, right? But they're gonna respawn.
Mhm.
So nothing stops Bard from running bot right now, no?
Nope, nothing.
So like, if Aatrox is fighting, shouldn't Bard and Hecarim combat?
Yep.
So just let Camille int and you go Dragon into the top, no?
Yeah, I'm also
'Cause
pretty close to Ryzen, so I just get gold.
If you do this right now, if you go bot, you can't even get Dragon, I think. Because Trundle has to solo the Dragon. So like now you killed Aatrox, who was griefing, but now you're dead, which should always be the case. And now you can't even get Dragon. So now you lost like 3 waves top. Azir probably, to be honest, gets tier 2 turret. And you don't get Dragon.
Yep.
Of course, Camille shouldn't be fighting in the first place, but you should be this aware that Bard and Azir should be on the map. And Bard can easily just run to bot. And Hecarim can already like be bot.
I also lost Darkseal stacks, which is
Yeah.
pretty important.
So I think just leash Dragon and go top. Going for Aatrox is not worth. We need to get this Dragon to stall the game. Like if you want to scale, getting 1 Dragon is really important.
No, yeah, I agree. Stops the stall.
Yeah.
Gives us 5 more minutes. Yeah, Azir also gets top turret because I'm hunting kills.
Like we should just leash Dragon, after Dragon, team recalls and helps you retake top side so that they don't dive you on top turret.
Yep.
You can ult the top wave if you're not getting cover. I'm pretty sure, by the way, like itemization wise, Horizon Focus is only good like 4th item. Last time I was testing this.
The reason I go it is it does do less damage than something like Shadow Flame.
But CDR.
But I value the CDR and I also value the vision.
thing?
It goes with the ulti. Because there's a lot of times where I'll ulti
Yeah,
and then they'll just go fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think if you're able to land like all your bullets, you can actually just 100 to 0 people most of the time mid game.
I mean, I don't remember how much less damage it dealt again.
It's not by
Yeah.
It's not by a lot.
Yeah, I can't tell you if it's better or not because I don't remember the maps. Like, of course, if it's like 20 damage, then yes, the vision is more worth and the CDR is more worth. But if it's like more, then
I think it's less than 100.
Yeah. But
It's not anything that's like too obscene.
yeah, I mean, it scales really good, so eventually it'll be good. But like I said, I don't know how much of a difference it is, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. You can easily test this out and then judge for yourself. I think this can be good. It's not bad. This is winning fight. Nice. I think you can use ulti as well. Yeah. Close.
Yep, super good. That's really okay.
It's on you. It's
Ah!
on you.
Careful.
Hey,
He has a
there
lot of
is.
CDR now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If he is either, I can die for sure.
Only threat. Gonna buy a stop. I'm gonna wait. Oh, they have to go on one of our mobiles. Maybe they look bot again. It's 5. I get bot
Okay.
power.
Yeah, we're leaving. Fuck, we got it.
Fine.
Fuck this Bard champ.
Yeah. But if Baron was down there and you see you have push in lanes, you should die. Okay?
Yeah, I agree. I think
keep
losing
flash.
Flash is pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
But here you need to stay alive for Baron, so
Zero.
Yep.
I'm at
he is
2
dead.
already.
I think you guys should just push, you shouldn't do this. Like, when you see how far away Camille is from your TP, she will probably be dead before you get there. Don't you
I
think?
ulti. I
Okay.
instantly ult.
I mean, I guess,
We're
but...
behind you here.
Okay, she was winning. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't see that. Okay, I didn't see this. I thought it was like normal fight, but this was level 12. So okay, yeah, then it's
I
fine.
also wait for Azir to pass before I TP, so I don't just get
Yeah.
1v1 by him.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just didn't realize that she was like 2 levels ahead.
I have a follow for it.
Yeah,
Could be on
check.
Baron, guys.
Okay.
Nice to know.
Did we see Ezra Fog anywhere?
He's stopped.
Or is it the mid? Fuck, do I TP?
No board armor. No board armor.
I think if I TP, I get killed.
Yeah. We're going slow.
I think just try to run, guys.
Try to run if you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Vulcan the goat.
Try to run. We don't have Brazilian now.
Ah,
Keep
it's the
running.
whole EG
He-
coming.
here. Go up, go up.
It's the whole fucking
Maybe here
EG.
flash Q.
Wait, he's dead.
If you outplay them here,
Oh
they
my
sign
God.
you next year.
Oh my god!
That's
Good
unlucky.
on. Ezra flash between.
We can actually constantly
I'll
like
go
if I do
Rabadon's
damage
now.
a little bit and he
Yeah,
get
I think I do.
Void.
ult.
What do you say?
I think I do.
Do anything.
It's
I
okay.
mean, at this point of the game, there's not much to say. Like here, dragon spawns, they have full control, so you decide to give it. You can look to even push out top deep. I think that should be the play, that if you see that they are going for dragon, you can look to push out top deep and your team can hover you. If you don't know where they go, you just catch this and then
You
group.
can shove top deep. The statue's gone. They're gonna play for this dragon, okay? You can shove top deep.
Yeah, your team is also saying what I'm just saying. Like, they're saying that they're gonna play for dragon and you see them, so you can push top deep. I think that's fine, but we need to understand that Aatrox can easily turn around here and kill you.
Yep.
So I would ask for hover, like Cillian can hover you, and then you can probably escape, right? But
This
somebody
is
has to
gone.
hover.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
happy about
it's
that.
gone.
I don't think you should go mid here. Because if you go mid, let's say you go mid here, right? And Aatrox goes like top and pushes top. And then you defend this mid turret for one wave. This turret will die eventually anyways, you know?
Yeah.
If you can push a top deep and force them to have to go top at some point, that's just gonna be better and give you like more timers to do stuff.
I
I
think
can hold it. I cannot be the one.
I think your
staying
team is
here.
fine.
It's only
Or maybe ready to.
Like, we are assuming Hecarim is doing dragon, no?
yeah, I got Ezra here. Fine, we have
Because
Zillion
like
out.
turret is gone. See?
Yeah.
So like when they group, it's much better you give them the turret and you push outside really deep, so that we can actually get like a proper timer to like move and do stuff. If I push out top deep, they will have to at some point respond to it. And when they do that, you will have numbers. And of course you'll get more gold, right?
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
We also have MF ulti, so
I
if they keep
think
going,
I've
you
only-
can just
I
clear
They
all
can't
this.
go for tier 3. They will
Yeah.
get this, but they will get this no matter what.
Cannot be the one staying here. I'm covering. Oh, I'm fine.
Okay, that guy is fucking grief. Nice.
Hitting Bard.
Play so, guys.
Bar the
Play really
low,
slow.
bar the flash here. Let's push them
Play slow,
out as
guys.
well. He has a.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for an E, okay? Walk into us and I'm gonna E on him. If I get,
Let's-
get my...
Ultimate?
No.
No,
Xbox is
okay.
paper.
You should not lock yourself in pits.
Ezra, okay?
Okay, Ezreal here. Whenever we have. Fine.
Okay. Camille the
Going
goat.
as it. He's gonna hack our anyway.
Not bad. Hecarim is griefy.
Yeah, walk up, walk up, walk up.
European Hecarim.
I got Zillion now, okay? Yo, we win this area, okay?
It's Inspire, no? Oh no, it's not.
I need to kill
I
him.
thought Inspire was in the game too.
I've done them,
I can't get through, okay?
I cannot do damage, I cannot do damage.
3 seconds on me, 3 seconds on me.
Back one off. Back time one off.
Think about
Well,
resetting.
5 seconds
I don't
on
think
me.
Not bad.
Sorry, I just... And if it looks hard.
The ultimate is too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Cause-
scared.
Yeah,
Ezreal ultimate. In like your
I
ultimate.
don't.
I think you should ask for
But
both.
Our own Ezreal ultimate.
You should get both
Uh,
camps here.
Yeah, I can definitely ask for both some, 200 gold item? Yeah,
Yeah.
280.
Just get both and like get part of Raptors or something, but get Rabba. You need to get Rabba here. We need Rabba
Yeah.
ASAP so we can contest Baron.
Because now I just have to sit and do nothing for a little bit.
So you TP to get her faster. This is good. Usually I like to ult for poke here, but Ezreal is very mobile, and so is Bard, so there's nobody to hit. But if they have like more immobile slow champions, then it's really good to just ult here to make them low so you can enter Baron area. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But hard to do
If
this
they have
game.
like a mage,
Go, go,
if they have
Yeah.
like a Victor or
Get the
Syndra or
flash
whatever,
advantage,
I can just ulti them.
your side, bro.
Hackman?
I'm ulting.
Can we look Hackman? Can we
Yeah,
look
yeah, Hackman was ulted by me too. Look, Aatrox behind us.
Is 0 1 HP.
Wait,
Ezra
not.
1, Ezra 1, Ezra 1.
Yeah.
Okay, fighting Aatrox behind.
I do need to stop fucking flashing forward on this champ.
Especially versus their
Aatrox
comp.
on
By heal though.
Aatrox no flash here. Okay.
Like in late game,
Fucking Ezra.
let's say Hecarim ults at you and you flash it, he's basically like not so useful anymore, you know?
Yep.
So it can be like really game winning that he ults and you flash it and then you can do like Baron and they don't have like real engage.
Buffalo Camille keep
You're just
UCC.
dead here, no? What are you doing?
No,
Couldn't he just one-shot you?
You could have.
Buffalo Camille keep UCC.
This I would not do. I feel like he can just dodge your E, and then just W and Q, and you're just dead.
Yep.
No,
Nice
no
wall,
flash, no
right?
flash, no R, no flash, no R.
He flashed, he flashed.
Peace though, guys.
I'm just gonna...
We're running towards it.
Guys
No,
are here.
I'm
Let's
just gonna
clear the
work
way.
on here. Like if they want to take it right now.
I would go Void now.
Otherwise, I can just solo this drag.
They're not Baron. So.
You guys can stay on mid, I have TP.
Yeah. If you can solo, that's good.
Just make sure you don't die, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
soloed
watch
it.
Bardar, okay? Bardar is the.
He was looking on you. He was looking on you.
Nice.
Okay, they're gonna walk in now.
Okay,
no?
they can walk into you now. Yeah, we're walking light to you. Okay.
He's rolled here. There.
I think I'm taking too much damage.
Jojo is watching flanker here. Flip it.
Okay.
Just
Wait,
direct.
they can look for you.
Can't quit the Julian Spirit.
On Zillion.
Yeah.
That's one, okay?
Well, fighting up
Can
here
we
is really
just
good. Up here is really good. Up
I
here is really
jumped
good.
wall.
I'm zoning, okay?
Yeah.
That's
Watching,
good.
fighting up
So now we know we can't get flanked.
is good.
So
Fighting up is
we
good.
can do whatever we want.
I ulted there. Hey, Chong is
Huge.
dead. We have a R for.
Oh, I don't get it in Zhonya's, never mind.
It's fine. It's fine.
If they run into you, you guys can still win. I
Yeah.
have
I
TP
go
on
back
Quan,
on.
okay?
Easier can pull easier EQ. You one shot.
He's spacing.
He's baiting, I think.
He'll be like portal or something.
Can't you guys just do dragon?
Okay, as long as nothing happens.
Yeah.
I will do Drake. You guys will be around here,
No,
so
no.
Russell need to poke.
If you
We
guys
have
run
we
down
have
to
TP on Camille, right?
Bar now. They have a bar there.
30 seconds.
Okay,
They
he's
use Bar, they use it,
right?
they use it, they use it.
Wow,
Okay, I'm being.
you're not bad at those.
Probably nothing, okay?
There's a lot of Bard in your solo queue games.
No.
You have good practice versus Bard.
They use
Right?
they use it, they use it.
Okay, I'm being around here.
Probably nothing, okay? Back off, back off. Play really slow, okay?
Let
Dev
us
outranges the Ezreal.
I don't know why you guys don't start dragon. Because they can't do Baron. They're not hitting it.
He's trapped here. Fine.
Hackroom still is all okay, Ara?
Nice.
Careful around the bend.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have 10 seconds on TP.
Okay, can you guys run down to
Okay.
walk up?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can base too. Recalls are synced. Me and
Yeah,
Zed-
you're going void.
Yeah,
That's good.
I have...
They're tapping it. Oh, they said it should be.
It's okay, mate. Just come mid, okay? It's just pink over the wall. Be here.
Sure.
I don't think you should show all mid waves like this. They can just Bard ult you and you're forced to flash.
Yeah, I just let her on the wall where MF
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Just play Q poke if they walk forward.
Like, let MF walk up. She has so much movement speed and so much ways to dodge it, you know?
Yeah, especially if
I'm
I
gonna
Q,
pick over the
because
wall.
Vulcan plays it well.
Yeah,
He ulties
like-
1 IQ.
Like, I didn't see that you were getting ulted. I said it, like, I said here, to not walk up on mid wave.
Yep.
Because you're obviously gonna get ulted. And then that's what happens. So, like, I understand, yes, you want to be on mid wave because you want to play to, like, poke with your Q and shit, right? Sure, but at least stand, like, here, you know? Stand here, stand here. Because this is just so bad.
I'm gonna pink over the wall.
Flashing out.
Like, you have to immediately flash now.
He's
Still flash, by the way.
I'm okay on the hack.
Like, yeah, you guys win because your team is, like, piss smurfing, but it's, like, so bad, you know?
I can't die.
This is not how we want the fight to start, right?
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh, you're fucking hacking.
Is it there? I got
Wow, you're really hacking.
Another two?
Nice. Can we on mid? Can we
good
on
job,
mid? Can we
boys.
on mid?
If I could hit my ults like that, I would also pick Seraph on 2.
Let's end the game.
R2.
I don't know, man. Okay, on my next queue.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
fucking
I
bad.
hit the wrong queue. Okay.
We did outscale them, no problem.
Yep.
But yes, early game was really rough.
Early game was very
It
fucking
shouldn't
rough.
be that rough. It should be rough, but not that rough. Should for sure have a lot more farm, and we can do a lot more than what we did, and then scale faster, so we don't have to suffer for so long. Because we should realistically only have to like suffer here, but you were suffering like to like here, you know.
Yep.
So that's pretty bad. But yeah, a lot of things you can optimize to get more farm and more EXP and stuff. So,
Mhm.
Do you have any questions?
Not right now. I'm just trying to recap. Like,
Mhm.
Rune's Manifold Ban, I definitely agree. Over Absolute Focus.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we debunked that I don't need that. I need to have a better conceptualization over
Yeah.
how I want to play the early lane.
Yes.
To, like, have
'Cause
myself escape.
You're never killing him. It's up to him. You know? If you
Yeah.
could kill him, it's his fault, because he could have just recalled. You know?
Mhm.
And you TP back, and then you're still trying to kill him. You can't kill him, because he'll just run away and recall. So you have to build slow push, and then try to kill him, but then eventually crash and recall. It's all about trading recalls.
Yep.
You know, like when you're playing Rice versus like Syndra, you're gonna get prio for like 1 to 2 to 3 waves, and then eventually you'll run out of HP, right?
Yeah.
So you have to eventually recall, and this is like the same thing. You're gonna get push at some point, but you have to recall eventually because you'll get poked and stuff, and you're just not playing for that. You're just playing to keep poking him as if your damage per minute is like meaningful stat, when it's not. Like, I'd rather have you not hit him a single time and have perfect CS than hit him and make him low sometimes but have like 60 CS at 10, right? It's really bad. Because you're so weak. Your team cannot use the damage you're dealing. Especially this game, you have Trundle, can't gank us here. You have Cillian for whatever reason. Can't do anything in the game, right? If you're the one with the Bard and stuff like that, then it would make more sense. Because then we could make the argument that, oh, I'm going to play to bully him and play aggressive because our game plan is to perma-gank around mid. Sure. But then we could swap things around to go stuff like this, you know?
Yep, good comment.
And this can be like good for that. If you fist fight, W start, and you're perma-ulting and trading, and we're playing to gank mid, this can be good. But that's not what we're playing for, so you should just play for CS. Make sense?
Yep. Yeah, that's also another thing to like, because I was kind of queuing and then queuing through the entire wave.
Yes.
But like the Veigar thing you told me about, where I should just like
Kill
only try to get the
killing.
Yeah, and not touch the others. Because there was a few times where I just had to drop a creeper too.
Yes. And sometimes you fuck it up really bad, you go from a bounce into you into a bounce into him.
Yep.
And then it's really, really, really bad.
Yeah, you get really dangerous easily.
Yeah. And just understand their win con, they need to flank you, they need to like kill you, so be careful of where you're showing and where you're standing, like, and be careful of your flashes, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you need to flash to get a kill and that kill will give you like Baron, that can be good, right? So in that Ezreal case, I believe that he was like 400 HP, so whether he lives or not doesn't matter. So you shouldn't flash for him. But let's say you need to kill him, right? Then flashing for him is good, because then you will get Baron for your flash. But you shouldn't just flash for kills just because it's a kill.
Yeah, I agree. Especially on Xerath.
Yes.
My flash is so valuable.
Yeah. Like, some champs just has really valuable ultis, or they have really valuable flashes. There was a game where I was playing Ahri, and I used my flash to kill a guy instead of my ulti, because I valued my ulti for the fight more important. Like, it was basically like, there was like a fight here, like I was in a 1v1, and then there was like a 4v4 over here, and I flashed to kill this guy so I could still have ulti for these guys. You know? Because if I ulted on this guy, I would only have like one jump. You understand?
Yeah.
So you just have to understand, like, what do I want? In that game, you really want your flash. It's so important. And then tracking his skill order, right? Like, so many champions, this is important to understand versus, like, what skills they have. And you can know based on the damage that they're dealing, right? You can know if Anivia has wall based on her E damage, for example. You know?
Oh yeah, that's also something that's
Cassiopeia's Miasma, you can know if she has at level 3, judging by her E damage. Lysandra, you can know if she has claw or stun, right? Because at level 2, you'll probably see if she has stun or claw based on what she's doing. And then at level 3, you can know which one she has or doesn't have based on the amount of damage her Q does, right? She could have 2 points of Q or 1-1-1. And I'm sure there's more champions. There's many champions like this. So, yeah. I'll stop the recording here.